Real, it get real, just stay dedicated. Go. Put me in the game. I know.
Thank you. On a cold night at the foot of the Rockies, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, Colorado. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Chargers. And off we go from Denver. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. They go play action here on first down. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football?
Touchdown! T.J. Hockenson, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Chargers have taken a first quarter lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead.
Next the score, Chargers 7, Broncos 0.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off and not the...
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. And now before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Here we go. Ready? 11-90.
First carry for Austin Eckler, who's a Colorado native. Now room for Eckler. And down to the 19-yard line. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him.
Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point safely through, and that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. These two teams, you may recall, they didn't play each other till late in the year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 13. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. Off play action. Barnhart. It's complete to Williams. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 41-yard line.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done, because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
It's a big play there for the Broncos. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a first and goal just inside the 5. Off the play fake. Barnhart. They'll roll him out right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 40. The 20. 10, 5. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember, with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career.
And this is caught. It's a touchdown. Oh, there's a flag down. They're already walking this one back. This one's not going to stand. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They go play action with Burrow. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. T.J. Hockenson with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. The point after is good, and it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go hard.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. These two teams, they met in L.A. earlier in the year with the Chargers coming out victorious. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Denver. On 2nd and 10, Burrow. He's going to take another shot here. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Burrow on play action. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And it's 3rd down.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Now it's Burrow. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Ojemudia. And the Broncos are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. On the give, this is Harris. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
To throw on 2nd down, Barnhart. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Raekwon McMillan. He brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Back to throw. Barnhart. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Joey Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Broncos send out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Here's Burrow. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And his kick is good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either? And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Looking to throw. Barnhart, he's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Dancing to his left. And he will be out of bounds after a nice pickup. And that will also lead us to the 2-minute warning. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off play action. Barnhart. Escaping the pressure right. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Barnhart. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And he missed it. It's no good.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept you in a lot of games. And now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On second down, Eckler. Now room for Eckler, and he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And this one is incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. This is intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, you know, this offense has had their way for the most part here in this first half, but that time, maybe they got a little greedy.
Well, it is hard to blame them, isn't it? Because like they said back in the 1980s, greed can be good. Stick with what's been working. But that time, I think he got a little bit too much air under that one, and it turned into a turnover that was much needed by that defense.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Eluding the pressure right, and he wisely will throw that one away. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
They'll fire one downfield for Fant. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. A final shot before break. Barnhart. They'll fire one downfield for Fant. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. Now here's Johnson. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And a terrific return as they finally do stop him, but not before he's inside the 15. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And the Broncos are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went 4-on-4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the number 1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It got his man complete. Touchdown, Broncos. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
They'll look to throw. And that's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Charger drive about to get going. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now it's Burrow. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Burrow looking to pass. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Now this throw caught left side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Throwing on 1st down. Barnhart. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Yeah, that is incomplete.
This has kind of been the story all night long, hasn't it? An inability to really get much done on 3rd downs, and it's costing them.
The kick by McManus is good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15.
So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Flush to his right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. On 1st and 10, Barnhart. Touchdown! It's complete. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer. McManus's point after is good. And this is back to an 8-point game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Play action. It's Burrow. He'll buy some time right. And the Broncos get there and take him down. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Burrow. This is swung out to Eckler. Runs over him. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Flushed out right. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there for L.A.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Burrow will throw. Escaping the pressure right. Touchdown, Chargers. T.J. Hockenson with touchdown number 20 on the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now he'll let it go deep left side. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked by Jefferson. Now the ball comes loose. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 33. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to...
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Randy Gregory. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that one almost intercepted. Boy, he's got 2 already, nearly a 3rd, but not to be, and it's 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taking it about the 16. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And my goodness, another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So that one will be accepted. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Looking to throw. Barnhart. And now here is another interception. Reuben Foster picks it, and he will bring it back to the 4-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach...
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. T.J. Hockenson. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Chargers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. The extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off into fourth. 54 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Hey, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And now they will throw it with Burrow. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Extra point right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. 83 yards. And the Broncos get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point from McManus is good. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Here comes Johnson on the return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a 1-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this. And all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Burrow. Being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The Chargers on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
First down, Chargers.
Here we go. Ready?
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Again, it's Burrow. They're going back to the same well. It's Hockenson again. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big gain that time for the Chargers. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 76 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Pat Surtain up to make the play.
On 2nd and 9. Burrow. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Flushed out right. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen.
And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. That one looks like he'll throw here. Rolling to his right. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. K.J. Hamler, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos cut into that lead. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. They're going to run it with Harris. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
Well, they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a 2-point conversion because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more two-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to, because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
The Charger drive about to get going. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Now it's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On 3rd down, Burrow. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have the Chargers' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that is incomplete.
What a savvy read by the running back. He saw his quarterback was out of the pocket in a little bit of trouble. He just broke off his route and took off deep downfield. Thought for a second there they had him, but they were unable to connect for a big play.
That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big gain that time for the Chargers. They go play action with Burrow. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. They set the goal beginning of the year. Hey, let's win 7 games. Unfortunately, with this loss, they can't do it.
So now it'll be interesting to see how they respond as a team, because sometimes when you set goals, if you don't achieve them, you don't care anymore. You let everything else go. I want to see if they're going to continue to fight, scratch, claw, do whatever to try and get as many wins as possible, even if it doesn't reach their stated number.